Okay people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're going to talk about Bngo, Bio-Nanogenomics Inc. I've talked about Bngo a few times on my channel, but this time I'm going to cover a sort of weekly summary on what Bngo price action did this week. But first of all, we're going to take a look by zooming out to see the bigger picture. Here I'm on the 30 minute timer here. We could go out further, but there's no need. And we can see that the stock literally had no movement compared to all of this that started, in December 2020. We saw that the stock it literally had no movement because no one was aware that Bngo existed. Well, there was movement, but it's not as much as compared to, here. This is what is this? This is a 2,000% increase. Yeah, I was right. 2,200% increase. 2,000% increase. From when the stock began getting traction. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I can't dictate and explain what Bngo actually does, but what I do know is that it's a different it's a genomic modeling company that focuses its business type on it's different to the other ones. So its main competitor is PACB, and they do karyotyping, I believe, and then Bngo does a sort of different scientific model. I'm not a scientist. I just look at stocks. Okay, I won't be able to officially understand what Bngo does. But apparently, Bngo's new discovery is that it can, in fact, detect COVID-19. And coronavirus in some patients. That's what all the hype is about. I believe. Don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me on that. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But we can also see that just by looking at the graph, we see this massive run up here. And if we get a trend angle, I love using this tool. We can see from the bottom to the top, this is an 80 degree spike. Now any angle that is above 30 degrees is a dangerous and very volatile angle. So we saw that it hit this 80-degree angle, it hit to the top, and then we saw this sort of pullback. We saw this pullback also indicated by the overextended RSI. Now there are a lot of beginners on my channel. So what does the RSI mean? The RSI is the relative strength index. That also signifies a momentum change. So when price enters above the 70 level, that could be signifying a momentum reversal. So the price comes down, and then when price taps or hits or overextends over the 30 level, sorry, not 30 level. I'm not sure if I said the first time 70 level or 30 level. I meant 70 level. But then when the price comes down to the 30 level, that could mean a buying opportunity. So we saw here that price came down from its all-time high at the time. We came down to about 3.84. And the RSI was touching 30, so a lot of people took a buy signal here and probably bought here, and then we saw RSI hit above 70, so it came down again, and then it hit to the top and it came back. It's very logical. Now MACD is also momentum reversal. It also signifies the momentum of the stock. When we see that the blue line, the signal line, and the exponential moving average line cross, that means perhaps a momentum reversal or a strength reversal. When it's on top, that means a sell. That probably it basically means that in simple terms, it means that perhaps the stock might be coming down. But when it's underneath the middle line here, it perhaps means that the stock's coming back up. But anyways, if we add, let's add the EMA. Let's add moving average exponential. And for long term, if we're looking at long term, this is on the 9-day moving exponential moving average. But when we're looking at long term, we want to look at the 200-day. That's the most uniform and what most people use to look at look at charts. Now, when the bars and the price action is above the moving average, that is a strong signal of a bullish behavior. And when the bars are below the moving average, that is a strong signal of bearish behavior. Now we can see for long term, this is definitely on the bullish side of things. But we can also look at the 100-day moving average. We can see how that looks. Yeah, we can also see that the 100-day moving average is also sort of acting as a line of support here. 1, 2, 3. So we can perhaps we can see also here that the RSI is completely overextended over the 70 line. So perhaps a sort of guidance would be that the price will be coming back down from the RSI at the top here. Sorry, not the RSI, the price at the top here, and then coming back down to test the EMA, the 100-day EMA, around somewhere around here. Because we can see here that it is acting as a sort of resistance. Sorry, not resistance, support. Sorry, my bad. Support. I meant support. Another indicator that we can take a look at is the VWAP. I'm going to get rid of the EMA here. The VWAP is the volume-weighted average price. We can take a look at the VWAP here, but this is more short-term. I shouldn't have added that in just now. Let's take a look at price action this week. Whoops, my bad. Let's take a look. Let's go back to when most of this Django started. Django? That's not a real word, is it? Where is it? Okay, let's say we started on the 15th. Okay, so the 15th we had not much price action. Let's go back to the 14th actually. Okay, 13th then. Okay, we saw the 13th that this is a very consolidating period here with a slight bearish tinge. Now bearish means going down, so the price is going down. We see this sort of bearish thing, a bearish consolidation period, and we saw a tiny push in price action. I mean that's minuscule. That's minuscule price increase. I think that's like, actually no, I'm wrong. That's 8%. Jesus, that's 8% increase in price. And perhaps that push was because of the recent symposiums that Bngo was announcing on their websites and their live webinars that a lot of people were looking at, announcing their new discoveries and research and their new models of genomic editing. And we also saw that on the 14th, okay, that price, price was surging here. On the 14th, all-time high was up around 43%. I mean, that's crazy. 43% for a stock is absolutely crazy. This is a penny stock. But it's very different to CCIV, which I'm also looking at. CCIV could be considered as a speculative stock. This is considered, I would say, as a value stock because it actually offers something. We're not speculating if it's going to merge with something. We're not speculating whether it's going to make cars. It's going to produce cars. I mean, CCIV hasn't produced cars or made cars yet, but when we're looking at Bngo, okay, Bngo has actually proven that it can make stuff. Right? Okay, so Bngo has scientific models, scientific patents, over 70, I believe, that it proves that it has this scientific ability to produce products and put them on the market. So we see, I mean, this is very volatile for a value investment stock, but we saw blah blah blah, boring. Okay, we saw at market open, we saw this sort of Jesus Christ, 27% increase. That's a huge amount of increase for a portfolio, but at the start of the day, most of the time it's quite volatile. I mean, we're seeing price gaps up at the start of market open, but then on the 19th we saw, this is a very, I would say this is a consolidation, a period of consolidation here. It's hitting support, it's hitting resistance. I mean, there's not much movement there, and then we saw this massive sell-off. I believe. Okay, this was when they announced that they were doing a common stock offering, causing the share price to go down. Okay, but what a lot of people don't know. Okay, Bngo. Okay, basically, Bngo has a lot of retail investors, and a lot of retail investors thought that a stock offering could actually, it's a bad news for the company. When a stock offering is actually, it's a very good news for the company. Bngo is a scientific company that needs a lot of capital and liquidity and cash. Those are all actually, I got those words mixed up. It needs a lot of cash to work with. So by doing this common stock offering, okay, they are able to produce more. They are able to produce more cash for their research. Okay, and it's not reducing the worth of your shares. It's just diluting the amount of shares you have. It's not making the company any less valuable. It's actually, in fact, it's actually the reverse. It's making the company more valuable. Okay, so this sort of decrease is actually extremely undeserved. Okay, this 20% decrease was completely undeserved. And I think it was a lot of retail investors that were very new to the game were selling off. I mean, I would say Robinhood users, but that might offend a few people. And then, okay, so we saw on the 20th, we saw periods of consolidation here. Like, I mean, there was movement at the start of the market, but, you know, this was just consolidation, no movement again. But then price gapped up here again. Price gapped up here again on the 22nd when people were buying more. Let me see if I've missed something out here. Yeah, okay, so that was the stock offering, and we can see that the price was gradually increasing day and day and day. I mean, how much increase is that? That's like 63% increase. Jesus Christ, this is, I think people say under $8 is a penny stock. So I mean, it's $9.80. So I guess this is considered as a non-penny stock. But yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the RSI here again. Okay, this is we can see the RSI is on the 1 minute chart. Okay, on the 1 minute chart, we can see the RSI is completely overexpended. This is aftermarket. We can see that the RSI is completely overextended up to about a level of 82, and it's coming back to retouch 70. So this could be a short position for some. I mean, we can see that the signal lines are nearly about to cross. That could come back. That could come dropping down again. But you know, Bngo is a solid company. It's not a speculative stock like CCIV, where people are waiting for, as I said, for vehicles to be produced, for a merger to happen. This CCIV is not CCIV. Bngo is a solid. It's a solid genomic innovative company. Now that's proven by let's take a look at Cathie Wood. I mean, Cathie Wood's ARKG, Cathie Wood and her Ark Investments ETF'S, ARKG. Now, a lot of people are saying, I've actually made a previous video on this, but a lot of people are saying that Cathie Wood and their lead scientists and stock picker, I forgot his name. I'll put him in the description. I forgot his name, but they were saying that they might take out PACB, which is Bngo's competitor, and put Bngo in there. But now, why I think that is actually extremely unlikely is because Bngo, I mean, it's not a penny stock, but it basically is. Okay, it's extremely volatile. Okay, this stock is extremely volatile, so you guys need to be extremely cautious when you are trading this stock, because I mean, look at this. In one day you could see price movements of okay, that's a bad example, but in one day you could see like price movements of like 30% increases and like 20% drops and stuff. I mean, this stock is still too volatile for a big ETF creator like Ark Investments to put them in their ETFs. Okay, once maybe perhaps when this stock calms down from all these gap ups and all this movement. Okay, I mean, if you look at Netflix is a solid large market cap company that, I mean, when would you ever see this ever happen apart from a recent time with Netflix earnings? Apart from that, like Apple or Microsoft, when would you ever see a 12% increase in stock price ever in these large market cap companies? I mean, the answer is no. And PACB has a much more stable, stock price action flows. So perhaps ARKG and Cathie Wood and their scientists and their researchers and stock pickers are probably just waiting for they are waiting for Bngo to calm down a bit more. But Bngo is a solid value investment. It has solid scientific models and products. As Cathie Wood said, the new genomic sector is the new FANG stocks. If you guys don't know what FANG are, it's basically Microsoft, Amazon, and all the big tech stocks. But Cathie Wood said that the genomic sector is the new FANG stocks. I'll put a link down in the description. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Bngo. Oh, my bad. Price prediction. Where do I see this opening for the week? I see this actually. You guys can see that this is moving at a uptrend here. We can see this is a solid uptrend here. Let's just to clear out some of this clutter. Let's change this chart to align yeah, we can see this is an uptrend here. This is a solid uptrend. I mean, it's, as I said, the RSI is completely overextended, so we'll see what happens over the weekend. But if the RSI is still up towards the opening of market, okay, we might see a slight pullback to the price action. Where's the pen? Crap. There we go. We might see, so if price is still around here, okay, if price is still around here, we might still see a slight pullback because of this RSI, as I was talking about, and the signal line and the EMA line about to cross. We might see a pullback here towards perhaps this resistance. You guys can see this resistance here, these 2 points here acting as support. Sorry, we might see this coming down to the support line of about 9.11, and then we will see a gradual increase throughout the day, because this is on a bull trend, and they are releasing a lot more symposiums. If you symposiums, I actually had to look that word up a couple of weeks ago. Symposium is basically a meeting or an announcement of their research. I mean, yeah. I hope this video did help you guys. If you did like it, please do consider subscribing. It really does help my small channel grow. And please leave a like if you did like it. And if you have any questions, please do not be afraid to email me, message me on Discord. I'll link it all below, or put a comment down below asking a question or your opinion on Bngo. Let me know your opinion on Bngo. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.